When did making plans get this complicated? It's time to streamline with WhatsApp, the secure messaging app that brings the whole group together. Use polls to settle dinner plans. Send event invites and pin messages so no one forgets Mom's 60th. And never miss a meme or milestone. All protected with end-to-end encryption. It's time for WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. Learn more at whatsapp.com.
At Sierra, discover great deals on top brand workout gear, like high-quality walking shoes, which might lead to another discovery.
40,000 steps, baby. Who's on top now, Karen?
You've taken the office step challenge a step too far. Don't worry, though. Sierra also has yoga gear. It might be a good place to find your zen. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Welcome to Good Follow Show presented by DraftKings. It's your girl, Roz Goldenwood, and today's episode, we have a very special guest interview coming to us from the Phoenix Mercury, as well as a Notre Dame alum who won a national championship, an NCAA championship in 2018. We got Kathryn Westbeld here joining us. What's up, Kat? How are you?
Hello, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yes. I'm so excited to dive in with you. I mean, your story to being on the Phoenix Mercury in your rookie season is captivating because for a number of reasons, but I think the most obvious is you're a 29-year-old rookie. It took you years to get your shot in the WNBA. So now that you're here and living it, how is it? How do you feel?
I feel great. It's been an awesome season so far. I honestly couldn't have scripted a better rookie season for myself, honestly. Coming right into the season, we had a lot of injuries, a lot of adversity early on. So it kind of gave me an opportunity to really make my mark from the beginning. So, I've really just taken advantage of the opportunity at hand. And I'm just, happy to be a part of such a great organization. And we're headed into playoffs here soon, so it's an exciting part of the season, and I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, and if you even just think about that journey, right? So you come out of Notre Dame, you're an NCAA champion, you're undrafted, and then you eventually begin. Is it 7 years overseas? There were a lot of stops, different countries that you played for. Could you talk about just what your experience became playing overseas, the countries you played for and the journeys you took?
I think it was a total of 6 years. I know there's another year in there, but with COVID and everything, I ended up not playing that year just because I didn't want to get stuck in any country, and who knew what was going on at that point. So I stayed home a year, and I actually took a day job, 9 to 5. Didn't even know I was going to get back into basketball. It was such a crazy time. So I worked at that job for 6 months, finished the training program. And then finally my agent called and was like, we have a job for you. And I was like, thank God, because this is not for me. But yeah, it has been such a journey. I didn't know the WNBA it kind of seemed out of reach, especially during that time. I really didn't know if I was going to pick up a basketball again professionally. So just to be where I am and just knowing everything that I've been through to get here is just very humbling. And I'm just grateful for the whole ride because it has been a lot ups and downs and great, experiences with everything. But I feel like I've been everywhere. I've been, Spain, Italy, France, Hungary, Puerto Rico, Australia. I even was in Israel for, I think, not even 2 weeks during the war. Literally right before the war started, I was there and had to make a quick, escape. It took a few days to get out, tons of flights canceled and a little scary moment in there. But it's been quite a journey. But I'm definitely grateful to be back in the US now.
I do want to revisit the corporate role you also took. You kind of touched on it. You legitimately took an office job Like
Yes.
you were an account executive, I believe at
Hmm.
Total Quality Logistics. I saw.
Yes.
What
Yes.
was your role? What were the tasks you were doing? And like eventually did you just realize like, nah, I got more hoops to play.
Um, yeah, it was a lot of being on the phone, a lot of cold calls, a lot of I was kind of the middleman in between like our client and like either a driver or whatever, because it's logistics. You're kind of just organizing pickups and just transportation. So you're on the phone with drivers and you're on the phone with clients and things like that. And it's just like sales also. I feel like you kind of lose your moral compass a little bit because you're like, obviously, the margin that you get is what you make. And so it's just like you're kind of lying to people a little bit. And I just felt so wrong internally about everything. And, people sitting on the desk and it's like, you're ordering out every day. People are eating Chinese. Like, it's just such an unhealthy and unfit lifestyle. And it was just totally against like kind of who I am as a person. And so it was not the best 6 months I've ever had, but it definitely was an experience and something I've learned from. Then luckily I know what I don't want to do. So
Right.
so
And
there's a positive to it.
sometimes these experiences of like learning what's not right for you are so valuable. But for me, I mean, just in kind of walking with you through the journey, both on the court and even some off court, escapades and experiences. How did you not ever give up on the dream and the game? How did you do that to get to here, to finally make it to the WNBA?
Back streets back. All right, game on. Week 1 is here, and every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. We're talking first touchdown fireworks, anytime touchdowns, and live bets that follow every single momentum shift. You feel me? Your season starts now. New customers download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code GOODFOLLOW. That's code GOODFOLLOW to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet $5. Plus, over $200 off of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
That's the sound of the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron and the quiet confidence of ultra-smooth handling. The elevated interior reminds you this is more than an EV. This is electric performance redefined.
I just have a love for the game. Like everyone would always ask me, how long are you going to play for? And I'm just like, I'm just kind of taking it season by season. And it's like every season I was getting better and I was, having better seasons, better numbers. And it's just like, why would I stop when I'm like on an uphill trend? Like it just doesn't make sense for me to just, turn it in right now. And so I don't know, you just get to work every summer in the off season and I don't know. It's just led me to where I am. I think you really have to have a love for the game because, you're going to have bad experiences. But I feel like also with that, it's how can you turn it into a good experience? Mm-hmm. And I think I go back to my aunt and uncle, like they really did a lot, whether they think they did or not, but like helping me have a good experience in that first trip to Spain, like my first overseas experience, they were able to make me have turn my mindset to where it's like, I look back and I'm like, no, that was a good experience. And like, so now everywhere I go, it's like, where do you see the silver lining? And so if you can see the silver lining in everything, I feel like you can just continue to do it because it's going to you're going to get good out of it regardless. So
absolutely. But look, if you wanted to, you could have become a chef, like a professional chef, because I saw like you have a scintillating Instagram account, Kat's Cuisine on IG, and I went and perused through it. These dishes look incredible. Like, this is not like, oh, I'm making, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches between games. Like, we're talking juices and smoothies. We're talking lasagna, ramen, Mediterranean, Greek, shrimp and crab boil, salads. Just the diversity of cuisine and the way that food looks. I know it's good. Like, how did you get into cooking?
In another life, I think I'm a chef. No. So my dad always had a garden growing up, and he's a great chef himself, and my mom cooks. And so I was just always a sponge in the kitchen, like, hanging around. We have a big family, so you're hanging around the kitchen. Parents are cooking, you're at the dinner table with, your siblings. And I was just always asking questions, watching what he was doing. And then when you go overseas, it's like the food over there is so good, like the produce and everything. And you're experiencing different types of cuisines and different flavors and everything. So I just, took what I learned, and that's one of my favorite things is getting to a new country and going to the grocery store and like seeing things that like I haven't seen before, or trying different things. Or sometimes I'll just go in the meat section and grab some slice of meat, and I'll go home and I'll be like, Dad, what is this? And he'd be like, oh, that looks like, I'm like, okay, what do I do with it? And so it's just like kind of experimenting. I feel like I'm very much like a artist also. So like I kind of turn, like, it is an art. Food is an art. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I feel like I've been able to just kind of take the two of those and turn it into kind of my lifestyle of like, healthy eating, athletics, like, it's all a part of it. And it's all, what helps you be the best you can be. So I don't know, I've just really enjoyed it. And you have so much time overseas. So yeah, I make the most of my time.
Yes, food is a love language. So I'm curious. It really is. I'm very fluent in food, or maybe in eating is better for me. But so no formal training. You're learning as you're going on the cooking.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Have you cooked for your teammates on the Phoenix Mercury? Have you had anybody over for dinner?
Actually, no, not yet. They take care of us here really well. So I have really not had to cook. At our facility, our chefs take care of a lot. So I'm always taking stuff to go for dinner. And, it's pretty taxing. We play so much, like we're hardly even home. So to be able to like kind of rest and not be on my feet cooking, and it's been really nice. But I do miss it. My little sister came when we played Chicago this past time, and I was like, do you want to go to dinner? And she's like, maybe we'll just order in. And I'm just like, she wants a home cooked meal. So I actually, for the first time, I made her a little dinner.
And you mentioned, though, your younger sister, so Maddy Westbeld, and that's been a fantastic part of the story, too. You guys end up being drafted in the same draft class, even though I think is it a 6-year gap between you guys?
6 years.
So you're 29, she's 23. You, again, finished in 2018 after winning a national championship at Notre Dame. She came out of Notre Dame this year in the class of 2025 and was drafted number 16 to the Chicago Sky. And I saw that in some ways you call this divine timing, that you guys, as a family, could have this together. So if you could just describe like what the bond is between you two as sisters growing up and now as pros and fellow rookies, interestingly enough.
Yeah, it has been such a special journey for, us individually and obviously together. She took an extra year in college too. Like, I feel like I've been waiting for her to be pro, so we can kind of finally be on that same level. And she ended up taking another year. And, that other year gave me another great season in Hungary, and got a great training camp contract in Phoenix. And it's just, it doesn't make sense how it just all worked out the way it does. So that's why we kind of keep going to divine timing, because God did that. Like, if you really want to sit down and talk about it, but it's just been really special. And, we've been best friends for so long. And I feel like when we grew up, like, we argued and stuff, but my mom's just like, you guys are going to be best friends one day. You might as well start now. So We really did. And we've just been so inseparable. And, in the summers, we're working out together. Like that's our favorite thing to do together is work out. So it's like summers, we can't wait because it's like that's our bonding time. We just go in every summer. Dogs, literally, like it's the funnest thing to us. And we eat healthy and we cook together. And like we both just share so many interests together. And just being able to do it all and like reach this moment at the same time. Like it was just divine timing. There's nothing else I can say about that.
Yeah. And when you guys finally saw each other on the court for, this WNBA season, how was it for your family? Were there house divided jerseys and hats being made? And who rooted for who?
I wouldn't say we were divided, but definitely my uncle made my parents a couple hats, half and half hats. And now my parents have half and half shirts. And I think the whole family is kind of getting on that trend. So no, it's just really cool. And our last Chicago game at Chicago, I think we had about 30 plus people drive up from Dayton, which is about a 5-hour drive of just friends and family and just a huge support system. And it's just a testament of like how their love and support and what it's done for us. Just to see everybody there was a really special moment for us and our family.
On top of building this fake volcano for months, I give my daughter Smarty Pants vitamins to support her brain health. So her science fair project sounds more like and less like. And while I may say it's not a competition, of course it's a f***ing competition. Choose Smarty Pants vitamins to support your kid's brain health and save the science fair. Shop on Amazon, smartypantsvitamins.com, or at Target today.
Abercrombie Kids is bringing the ultimate first day energy back to school. It all starts with on-trend outfits for that front door photo shoot. Plus, the coolest tees, shorts, and jeans to take them through the rest of the year. Get them ready for their close-up. And keep them comfy, too. Make this grade their best one yet. Shop all things back to school, in-store, online, and in the app.
And you guys your paths have always been somewhat intertwined despite the age gap. Like, Maddy went to Notre Dame after you went to Notre Dame. I mean, your tenure there finished in the ultimate way with the championship, right? And when I think about it, like that 2018 Notre Dame team in particular had so many pros on it. It's yourself, Arike Ogunbowale, Marina Mabrey, Jackie
Jessica
Young,
Shepard.
Jessica Shepard. Who else am I missing?
Brianna Turner.
Yeah, but there were so many injuries that year too. Like
she was injured. Those were, our starting five. Now that I'm in the league, are all in the league.
You want to know something funny? This is like generation gap though. But so I played at Stanford, and our entire starting five was in the WNBA except for me.
Oh, wow.
So I ended up being the one who talked the most. So I'm a broadcaster and I interview them. But I understand that feeling.
Well, you're still in the league. You're still involved.
yeah. But I'm just like, yo, how cool that you completed that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that's how lit.
Sure.
That's how lit that team was. And actually, your sister's Notre Dame class is impressive too, because it's her. Sonia Citron's out here for Rookie of the Year consideration. Like, what is it about Notre Dame players? Why there's so many of y'all that have come out and been pro ready? Why?
I mean, it goes a lot into the coaching staff. Like, I mean, Maddy didn't have Muffet, but I mean, a Hall of Fame coach. Like, people want to play for coaches like that. And Niele being the recruiter that she is, I think people just had faith in her from the very beginning. I think Maddy, when she got the coaching job, Maddy was her first call and was like, we're going to do this together. And it's just like, it is that culture that they have built. And I think, just their recruiting style and just that family community that they built there. Like, Notre Dame is a special place. And like their little slogan that they say is, it's not about 4 years, it's about 40 years. And it's just like, you want to be, it's up, you want to be your best self. And I feel like Notre Dame is going to challenge you enough and make you uncomfortable enough to where you have no choice but to grow, or you're not going to make it out of Notre Dame. So I don't know. It's just a group of people who really hold themselves to excellence.
Yeah. You know, that excellence, that run in particular y'all had was very memorable. What will you never forget about the dramatic Notre Dame run in that Final Four to the championship? Because you guys, one, were down so many bodies. You had so many injuries. And then Enrique had 2 game winners, if I'm not mistaken, against UConn and then Mississippi State for the championship. And it's all in front of Kobe, Kobe Bryant. What do you remember about that? Well, you'll never forget about that run.
I mean, it was a full circle moment for me. I'm from Ohio. I won a state championship in Columbus. It might have even been the same arena. I don't remember now, but it was just such a full moment. I had my high school coaches there. I had my middle school coach there. Teammates, it was meant to be. I feel like it was written. And even Neil, when she won her national championship in 2001, it was in her hometown, St. Louis. And it's just we both wore number 33. And it was just little things like that. It's just the stars aligned for us. And yeah, I mean, I remember we were down 14 or 15 at half in that championship game. And I wasn't nervous at all. I knew the outcome of the game. I didn't know how. Could have never guessed that Enrique was going to hit that shot again. But I feel like I already knew the outcome of that game. So I don't know. It's just meant to be.
I feel like you have a lot of these kind of moments in your life story here.
Right? I know. I kind of do. Just keep the faith. And I mean, it's all about work ethic. If you work at something long enough, and I feel like it's bound to eventually meet you. And it's cool, actually. When I was in the 3rd grade, I remember I went to a national championship game, and I think Candace Parker, I forget who they played, but I just remember Candace Parker, obviously a legend. And I remember she won a national championship game, and literally from the 3rd grade, I was like, I want to do that. I'm going to win a national championship. And so my entire childhood, that was my goal. And I feel like it is really important, for young girls to get out there, go to games, and physically see it in person, because that was my path. And so every decision I ever made, I'm just I know what I want to do. I know what decision I have to make, because it's going to lead me there. So yeah, just a cool little thing that I had to look forward to.
I mean, I'm just getting to know you a bit, but you've got some unwavering faith, and you have game-changing conviction about you. So it's really impressive, which is hard, because I know a lot of people who be in their heads way too much to have gone through everything that you do. And so that's a skill in itself. And so to take us through that now to come to where you are right now, just with the Phoenix Mercury. So girl, you were thrown right into the fire, because especially with all of the injuries that were happening to some of the big name players and stuff. You've started a majority of the games this season. You've more recently been coming off the bench. But a huge role you have carved out. What is the role you've carved out for Coach Tibbetts and the Phoenix Mercury?
Whatever they need. I've kind of always been that person, kind of positionless, kind of, am I going to get 10 rebounds today? Am I going to get that one really crucial rebound at the end of the game? That's just kind of been the player that people have named me as. Back in Notre Dame, they'd call me the glue player, the person who just keeps everyone together, doing all the little things, the intangibles. What I do isn't always going to show up on the stat sheet, but I feel like our front office here, that's who they know me as, and that's who they see. And so just to be recognized as because a lot of times, like I said, you don't show up on the stat sheets a lot, but they reassure me, they see what I'm doing out there. And it's not always the most rewarding role, but at the end of the day, it's what helps us win. And I feel like that is the most important thing to me. So I feel like that's why I've had such a important, role on this team, and a piece of our success is because I am that person doing the little things that doesn't always show up. And I feel like every successful team needs that person.
Yeah. Another person that does all the little things and also all the big things is Alyssa Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like? So what's it like playing alongside her? I know she's a very captivating leader for teams.
Yeah. I have never played with anyone like her. And it's truly like, it has been amazing playing with her, like learning from her, because I feel like we have been in similar positions. Like her whole career, I feel like she's been overlooked. Like she does so many things and she has been overlooked. And so to be here and to like see her success and see people recognize her for what she's actually doing, like it just makes me so happy because I know that she deserves that. Like she deserves the MVP. And, just to be able to learn from her every day in and out, and for her, like just the leader like that she is and her type of leadership, she's keeping people accountable. And I feel like she really is like, she's going to let you know. And I feel like, that's why we've been really successful, even playing with so many rookies from the beginning, is because she's led the way. Like she's going to make sure that we're doing what we need to do. And one special thing about her is she's not going to ask you to do anything that she's not going to do herself. Like she absolutely is doing everything. And so it's okay for her to tell you to do that because she's going to do it. So she's a very special player and person. And I'm just really happy to be, a part of the team with her. Yeah.
What about Nate Tibbetts? He's relatively new to the WNBA. Like he's only been here, maybe a year more than you, or two or something. So
yeah,
how is he helping to sculpt and mold this team into what it is, which is very highly successful this season?
Yeah. I mean, I think we have really great players, and he is a player's coach. Like he has his, his leadership council with all our leaders, and they meet regularly, and they're just always on the same page. And he takes, what they think into account. And he's very motivating and encouraging. And it's just like, I feel like a coach like that, like you want to run through a wall for, because he's got your back at all times. So, I think he's done a great job with our season so far, and, credit to him and credit to his staff. Like, this is the best, I think a full staff, like it's probably the best I've worked with in my whole career. And so to have this, my first rookie season, and like, just the whole organization, like it really has been a dream come true. And to be able to work with everyone, and not only are they really talented and incredible at what they do, but they're such good people. Mm-hmm. So, someone like that, like you just want to win a game for.
Meant to be.
Exactly.
It has been fascinating to chat with you. Just a delight. Thank you for the time.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It really has been fun.
Yeah. We'll be watching you through the playoff run and throughout the rest of your career. Thank you for joining Good Follow Show. You are part of the family, and I wish you the best in your first ever WNBA playoffs coming up.
Oh, thank you so much.